Yes. Welcome back to Sports Prophecy. Like today, it's a different kind of live right now. Checking out the CPU. My audio is down, people. I don't have no effects on this, but yo, it is what it is. As long as we get to talk about football, that's the most important thing. We get to chop it up about football. Jamaica is gonna play Grenada. I was taking a look at the Grenada squad. I think I have it up here somewhere. I was taking a look at their squad and see where a lot of these players are from. Seems like they have a lot of mid-tier players. So that tells me with Jamaica, so many players going down for Jamaica. That was very unexpected. Nobody really expected that. Nobody really expected that. I'm doing a research today, people. I'm also doing a research on this whole on some algorithms. Yeah, so this is why my live is not even um up and running right now. Hold on. Yes, I'm testing some things right now, people. I'm testing the algorithm. Um, doing a live, doing a live with to get to optimize properly. But yeah, my system went down, my microphones, everything just went down. However, some probably even sound a bit different. I wanted to look on some of the where some of their players are from. I wanted to see where some of their players are from, and I checked that out, and they're just mid-tier players. It's almost like Jamaica is playing against a USL team. In this game, it's gonna be like a USL team, people. It's gonna be like a USL team. Grenada still can be a bit tricky for Jamaica. Jamaica doesn't have a lot of. Jamaica doesn't have we have quality, but we don't have a lot of depth. We don't have a lot of depth. We have quality, but we don't have a lot of depth. So that still can make the game interesting. I remember again in the St. Kitts game, who knows if St. Kitts is probably a better team than Grenada. We saw moments where Jamaica basically lost focus in that game a bit. It took us a little while to break them down. I think Jonathan Russell maybe I think scored the first goal in that game. I thought that was one goal that was straight off the plane of the training pitch. You see certain things in games and you say, okay, that's been rehearsed. That goal, go back and look at that goal. Jonathan Ross, I think Leon Bailey made that pass. And I was like, okay, that looked like that was one of the first times it stood out to me what the coach is trying to do. I'm saying, okay, that looks like something they practice, they worked on in training and in that St. Kitts game. But however, that was a lower quality team being able to display that kind of football. You have to play against less opponents sometimes, opponents that doesn't challenge you as much where you get to express yourself. The problem with that is every team in the region is getting better. Hence, Jamaica has to improve for those teams that we considered previously lower tier teams. For us to beat them easily, we have to then raise the bar. We have the names to raise the bar. Sometimes when coaches lack resources when it comes on to players, who knows? I'm still able to give the coach a chance. I say 5 games, but sometimes it's just in case the coach hears that because you want a coach to stay on his toes. You don't want a guy come in and think he has the job. Everybody is results. Sports is results based. We want results. So the coach, we have to get results from him. And in any football, anywhere around the world, fans want results. Fans want results. So Heimir, he has a little bit of resources. Maybe the team that he's bringing to these 2 games is this amount of talent he would have in Iceland. Maybe this is the talent pool. Ronaldo Cephas is not there. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed in that. For real, I really want to see him play at the national level because it was a player, but we're getting results. Why people, yeah, Demo, not even a discard, not now work tonight, bro. It catastrophe. I don't even know what language that is, but none of my thing them now work, bro. I'm just up to chat some football. I know the Richie saga continues on YouTube. The funny thing is, like, with Richie, nobody wanted to talk about it. I'm glad they got it out there now, and it's a lot of different information, though. And for me now, I think it's, I've discussed it enough again. Because for me, I can discuss these things for like maybe, I would say 2 days. After that, it might pop up again in conversations, but it's not going to be something to dwell on. I still always got to make sure I come back to football. I know the game is 2 days apart. 2 days from now, the coach has been getting resilient results. Not, I'm not loving the brand football that we're playing. Still think we have potential to play with balance and flair at the same time. I wonder if, as the coach did give fans a bit of reality check in the last press conference when he says that a team has to do specific things good. Like a team can't do everything good. Understandable, but where do you plan to make that trade-off? If all that trade-off comes with in like offensive football, we're always gonna be that mid-tier team that like is trying to qualify against teams that are getting better in the region. So this is why Jamaican fans, and I don't want the fans to feel like they are being I don't want fans feel like they've been slighted, because we do want them to play a style of football, but we also understand the obstacles that still presents itself in the form of a JFF. No, with a Ronaldo Cephas not getting a ticket, that's just a flagrant foul. That's just a flagrant foul by the JFF, and I expect these. So, like, you know how we said Damian Lowe is the walking red card? Like, the JFF is the walking Damian Lowe. Like, the JFF, they're willing to side tackle somebody at any point. You know what I mean? The JFF is it's the walking Damian Lowe is the JFF. It's like, it's crazy. We know they're gonna just do some kind of madness, but I always hope that we could still feel the good team out there, because I think sometimes coaches see the effort that they put in to get results in a situation that's not ideal for their like professional lifestyle coming in, but they imagine how much it bolsters their story by saying, okay, look, I coached in this situation where it wasn't ideal, but we used the resources that we had. The coach is still building a resume. A lot of people might question, okay, was his time at as the top man in Iceland, was it the best? Was it his best coaching stint? Bless up yourself, Mark Follen. Bless up Marcus Garvey. Bless up Demo. I think Jamaica is also a proving ground for Coach Heimir Hallgrímsson. I think he wants to prove that he's actually capable of doing it, because he did do it under Lars Ladderback, the other Swedish coach. So he was the assistant. So Jamaica is also a good test ground for him. It's like you're in class and your teacher says, all right, you're in biology class. Which one of these experiments you want to do? So, and if you come out good, you're coming out good. So Jamaica has just the amount of talent he needs. I think maybe the size of the country and the population as well, that's something he feels he could relate to. And hence, Jamaica is the challenge. It's not going to be ideal. It's not going to be ideal with everything he wants, but it's just Jamaica, bro. You know, it's just Jamaica. You have to Damn, people start get cool over here. But nah lie, start get cool away, brother. Be a rain today when me are coming from work. But yeah, football today is what? Tuesday. Alright. As me say, no work tomorrow. So me just say me just hold a quick reason. I have to sneeze a while ago, people. Sorry about that. Yeah. Come in and say, alright, boom, the game is in 2 days. I don't get time to just sit and break down games too much because work and being a dad at the same time, it is actually something you have to plan out. So like, I have to really plan out my time when I'm saying, because when you come home from work, you're tired. And I want, when I'm talking, I'm making an impact. Some might say, JT, you're like a drama dude. You come and you say these things. But people, I want you to look. All the discussions that I start on YouTube, it runs for 3 to 4 days, sometime a week. A lot of people might not like JT, but I do come in and disrupt shit, bro. I come in, I just like tell the people them say, yo, bro, this them I talk about, dog. Me don't even know what them I say. I could figure it out. I saw me come to one of the people. I say, yo, what them I say? I eat that them take me for. Or they didn't take us for idiot. Because sometimes it's when you trick yourself that somebody's trying to get over one on you. Sometimes you miss opportunity to have good, real, true moments with people because you're so on high alert thinking everybody's going to trick you. Or so I like to bring things down to people from a layman's perspective, a layman's term, and just like sometimes up it a level because I know, bro, even a person in Jamaica sometimes who cannot read and write, their street abilities just basically made that like almost unknown because sometimes it's like a person who's blind probably plays the piano differently, plays it better sometime. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really yeah, bro. A lot of people don't like. People always say, yo, people want to look back upon all of the Let's just have a moment as a people. When we look back on all of the moment, them people, I just do a refresh. When we come when we just forward on YouTube, people. On the main mind of people, this video is on there. Me I say right now, one at the time, I say, Mr. Butler for coach on the side. Mr. Butler for coach on the side. That was one of my thing when I came on YouTube. If you tell you how far may have evolved, because I always point this out before even YouTube. Mr. Butler was a man that we see on TV and he made, you know that you're like, whoa. Yo, because there's something about him, where he believes in it and he goes for it. Because, it's just sad that we ran into each other on YouTube in this way. But also, I will also say to Richie as well, if Richie is not telling the full truth as well, I think he would know he lied. He would have basically lied to us. Because I'm saying like, yeah, I guess Richie have no reason to lie. But then it's like, it's many sides to that. But I just ask Richie the questions that I see fans want to ask and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But a lot of time people say, yo, JT, you come out and you plan to get trouble. No, me we see a fan comment something they want to ask Richie. I just ask him because that's what the channel is for. Like, if the fans, if the people them watch the stream, right? And they want me ask him a question. When me sit down up here, so me act like me is like Dan Rather or like some top interviewer from around the world. No, bro, I'm just a guy on YouTube where you see in my kitchen, sometimes you will see a pot pan the stove, pan it, but you see me a chop a line, see me work hard like pan a daily. Do enjoy the things. So when I come on YouTube, bro, I'm not really on here to be politically correct. Like, I don't have that amount of time, like, to just sit there and be like, yes, no, bro, the fans, the people that we are comment on the screen who's watching the show, they want to know this. And that's why I just ask people, and people actually think that I'm straightforward. Yeah, I am straightforward, but it kind of is like, I believe that the world should be based on, a person can ask you something, whether or not you choose to answer, it's up to you. Or you can play a politically correct game and let it look no, bro, because when Richie was here promoting the player, he they were promoting the player boldly. So the fans want to ask him questions, and they do. And I thought, and I also believe that he answers fairly or whatever the situation is. But as I said in that short video, remember good again, people. What happened, Let me tell you how this really kicked off, people. Tell you how this really kicked off, is when the what's the name thing came up, the squad drop, Mr. Butler called. I will recall the events for you of what's happening, what's unfolding in the YouTube space. I'm gonna show you how much sometimes I'm a catalyst for this, but I'm like, yo, people, we have to be more dynamic. Like, great. We realized that we got to I realized that we got to a point in the discussion with the case with Richie them. We know we can't do nothing else. So for me now, we talked about it already and we got it out there. We can't do nothing else. So we can choose to be more dynamic as a group or be static and just talk about the same thing for 4 days. Because at the end of the day, what is going to happen is like Richie's going to leak kind of what he wants out there, Mr. Butler, what he wants out there. And then we're like these little rats just chasing information. JT, the viewers. Yeah, big up yourself, Mr. E. If I'm out there every day trying to solve this Richie thing, I will have to be like a little information gatherer. Just out there trying to gather, then I have to come. No, people. Me just go so. All right. When I say Mr. Greenwood want forward, that the fans them I say. So me just go up on the phone and say, yo, but the people them will know about who gets in contact with them player. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes I have to really be JT to get the information out there. Like, I think that's where I have a skill in a way where because a person can tell me something and I explain it to you guys without compromising who told me, but I am confident of his credibility because you guys would even know when I'm lying as well. People, when me telling before me come, me start this channel, me say, bro, Omar is not coming back to play right now. Me telling you, say, the Reese Nelson thing I go happen. Me never sure about Mr. Greenwood. You know what I mean? Me say, me I tell you where it was. People were like, JT, did they talk to him? Me say, no, bro, they never talk. That's what people have to understand. The things them where you want done and the players them, it can't happen on your timing. Just know that, people. That's what I was getting wrong at one point as well. It can't happen on your timing. So you gotta just be patient sometimes with that, because me finding out how it works it's an actual process. Sometimes we underestimate like the democracy of Jamaica and be like, yo, dog, Jamaica, you just go write down your name up there, so and go pick up a passport. No, bro, it's still a bureaucracy or whatever. It's still like, you have governmental agencies involved, signatures, things to get things authenticated. Like, it sounds easy and quick on YouTube, but we still have to think about that stuff. Look at everything regarding Whisper, Richie and Butler comes to money. Who capitalized more? But guys, me now go back over that. Me I tell you, I really get that thing up in the ear. Remember, I know everybody was making, everybody made shows. It's there, people. Them never want to ask Richie the thing them. Remember, I know, think about it, people. For me do them should when. To even be honest, when Ryan was doing the show, Ryan said he's not gonna touch it. I think JD, and I have love for all of these people, but I'm just trying to show the people like this is not about personal thing. I'm trying to show you like how when the impact of being spontaneous. I'm showing you guys the impact of being spontaneous. People might say, yo, JT, come just start the drama. No, bro, I just come and ask some shit that, sorry to say it, some things where nobody want to ask. Like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if Craig Butler comes out with a bombshell, and it turns out that Richie was lying to all of us, then Richie would have just destroyed his credibility because I think everybody, Richie has so much respect on YouTube where everybody gave him a platform to articulate what's happening. So if Richie is lying to all those people, then it'll go hard upon him. So that's why I said when I figured that out the other day, and I made a video and I said, Richie, in the video, I'm like, guys, you and Craig Butler, I think the best way them can fix it, they have to. I'm just wondering if there's somebody, bro. I think maybe Leon Bailey is the only person can really. I think Leon Bailey is the Superman in this setting. I think Leon Bailey is the only man Missy right now can come and talk to Craig and whisper that and get the same level of respect and get them to become, because you see me as let me tell you still, people, and I'm gonna be brutally honest, and I might hear me question things about Leon Bailey game sometime and them thing then. Bro, it takes a level of toughness, same way, and self-belief and motivation and instruction telling for him get to that point there. Sometimes when I say, yo, Bailey play like him head tough, I still know that, listen, whatever Bailey miss out in that, I think he has that too in natural abilities, because he actually still plays at the highest level. All we always saying is, Bailey, we can't get the performance from your dog. And until we can't get the performance from you, we are going to always sound so, bro. The pitch is going to be our biggest problems. I think Bobby Reed playing one of those terrible pitches before. I've seen it. I've seen it. Who this, bro? S technique, skip. Messiah, Craig kidnap, whisper, and want to adapt like Bailey. No, bro, we're not going to go into that, Messiah. I don't think, bro, what I'm thinking that's happening right now, bro, is, and this is where I'm just going to, basically end this when when I realize. This is what got people. You see, this whole thing when I go so, can even want to take credit for it. It's just me ask the tough questions them, bro. I just asked the tough questions them and it got to this where every day me see it a spiral. Let me say to everybody, and this is where it's going to end the Craig Butler and the Richie Royal saga. It's going to end on YouTube on this video. And me I tell you how it got, and this is the prophecy. This is not coming from any of them. When we realize now is this, bro. What I realize, and this is not from any, Richie Royal can tell you, I've never spoke to Richie Royal on the phone or anybody that knows Richie or Craig Butler or anybody. No official of football official can say they ever spoke to me off football, off YouTube. Never. So this is not something I'm knowing from them, or it's just what I'm looking at it from a psychological point. I started to shift the attention from the situation with Mr. Butler and Richie Royal. And I know, and then I look at Whisper and I say, what is that one thing that could make Whisper so upset with his dad? I think to myself, what would that make me really upset with my father? Because I felt like this was the answer. You see me? I was like, this was the answer. If I could think about what could make Whisper, something had to happen. The brainwash is one thing where we can say he brainwashed them, but what is that thing that made him? So I don't know if it's the power of Mr. Butler to get the Qatar thing to stay so prominent, because it seems like that's his Mount Rushmore. Like, that's where he's hunkering down. Like, the Qatar thing. It seems like that's where something really went wrong. I think we can all accept that now. That it seems like because we tried to skip over the Qatar thing. And I thought Richie Royal came on and explained it. But now that Mr. Butler came back with the Qatar thing, and Richie dropped a piece of information that I wasn't sure. Richie, I looked very deep into this piece of information when you dropped this. You said something about putting the Qatarian logo on a jersey, and they were supposed to. So I'm saying, like, there was this deal. If there was this deal on the table, who negotiated that deal? Because if it's a situation where you have Mr. Lavar Ball, He raised, I think, three young men. Lanzo, what's the other one? Jello and Mello. Yeah, three basketball kids. I think one UCLA. Mello went to Slovakia, one of them places, the Slovenia. Then they start playing the big ball league. This guy took his sons and he created a whole empire around them. He created a whole empire around them, building the big baller brand. Him and this other guy got into it. But Love Our Ball. The gist of things is that Love Our Ball, or whatever his name is, he wanted to protect his son from exploitation, and him and his family profits fully of their existence and their time playing. No. The difference with Richie Royal and LeVar Ball is LeVar Ball made his intentions very clear from early. He sent all his sons goes to I think Chino Hill High School. That's in somewhere in California. I think he's like coaching the team, or he's like he comes in and tell the coach, say, hey coach, that guard is too short. Play him with Jello, play him with Mello, and we rack up 50. Either he was coaching, this guy coached the high school, win championship, and develop his sons through that. So when the negotiation comes in, he's gonna get them a manager. However, the manager knows that he works for LeVar Ball, big baller brand. I don't think Richie and Mr. Butler had such well thought out understanding about how it's gonna go when success is near. I think right before, like that Qatar deal is what showed everyone's hand. I think that's what shows everyone else's intentions with Whisper's future. I think that was the, because I thought we've gone over it, but we seem we keep coming back to it. So I'm saying, okay, it seems like that's where it all, everything went awry. Everything went awry right there. It seems that the Qatar deal. However, something in that deal is that the motivator for the relationship with Whisper and his dad, or did they have a bad relationship before that? Not important. Not important. All I'm saying is, bro, I think LeVar Ball had a concept of how he was going to get wealthy off his kids, but his kids are going to get wealthy as well. It seems Richie had this kind of idea, but it wasn't agreed upon. Or his level of quote, the difference with LeVar Ball is, like, if Whisper was like Mello or Jello and they're at Phoenix Academy, he's telling the guy who's their coach, like, or their manager or whatever, you work for me. That's how LeVar Ball had his thing structured with his son. Even though his son goes to your academy, you don't just start taking, we're gonna, like, LeVar Ball is gonna probably make sure you get your royalties, but he's like, I'm the one raising them, and he's been training them in his backyard. I don't think Richie Royal had everything down to the T on contracts. I think that's where, because anybody who had it down to the T on contracts, he wouldn't have even have to be at this point, because everything would have been solved by, this is the contract. This is what Mr. Butler gets. This is what you get, or this is the contract. This is who does what. I think that contract that Richie had with Mr. Butler, if he did have any in the early stages, it was flimsy. It wasn't contracted properly. Because they say contract. Listen, the word contract tells you everything you need to know about it. A con meaning somebody else is going to win. A contract is never written by a person in with the intentions to treat you fairly. A contract is always set up for, there are contracts that can be mutually, I would say, profitable, or equally profitable to both parties. But at the end of the day, there's gonna be that one line in that contract. Contracts are like a game of chess. That one line in that contract. If I get that one line on your contract without your lawyer figuring it out, we have the interpretation written. We have the interpretation settled here, so the courts will know, like, you can't beat me with this. So I think that Richie Royal didn't have a tight contract. He wouldn't even have to be on YouTube, because you can't argue a contract, bro. you can't argue a contract if it's signed and it's stamped, approved by the both parties. Yeah, I think Richie was late. I think Richie was trying to figure it out on the go. Butler would never agree to that, like Miller and Jella. He want everything for Phoenix and not negotiating. I said, Mr. E, please remember to, like, okay, he's not, but it's because of how Richie went in, bro. If I come into your academy with my kid from day one, I'm like, guys, my kid is coming here, but I'm gonna have him here to develop his strength, his skills, and all whatever we work on. We will have this contract where your effort that you put in, you get this percentage or a royalty, but I hold the master contract because I'm the one creating it. This is before, when he's taking Whisper to Phoenix. That had to be done then, or he gets it done while he was there. I don't think he have either of that. And if it was time, he would have had to pull Whisper earlier. But when he pulled Whisper, what would he have done? So he went on. I think Richie waited too late to make his move, to make the Lavar ball move, bro. He waited too late. I think he thought he could have just, like, yo, it's my son now. No, bro, you can't. It's not gonna work like that, Richie. Not gonna work like that, Richie. So I would have said you would have to do this early. And remember, I asked you a lot of these questions on YouTube, Mr. Royal. I said, you have a contract and all these things, right? Because you think these are like the basic in the modern era. This didn't happen in 1970. Like, if you're getting in, this Marcus says I must a contract. Probably, I don't think so. That's the end of that today. That's what I'm trying to say. It comes down to me that Richie didn't have a proper tight contract that was working in his favor, because the contract, if he gets a line in the contract says, yeah, the deal is from now until the player retires football, or something like that. Like how record labels say to you that, listen, if you put out a song on Mars, we own this thing. That's how contracts work. Richie didn't got that, bro. He wouldn't have to argue. We wouldn't have to talk like, man, I got my plastic, man. I got my contract, fam. I got 8G. I'm telling you, I got the contract. I'm telling you, bro, he didn't have it. I think that's where it comes to for me. So that ends there. Don't want to get too dragged on it. The game. I start sparking the Tyreek Magid. Today, people, I'm just giving you I'm telling you a few of my accolades with discussions that I started. You see what I say, people? I'm giving you some accolades, and I'm giving myself some as well, of some of how I spark discussion and get people to talk about the same thing for every. I'm not saying I'm the best on YouTube. I just disrupt shit. I just disrupt it. Like, because I'm unpredictable, bro. Like, me and people, like, I'm telling you, bro, it's like, my thing is, we don't, because growth is important. And I can't be like every day like Richard. So that's what I'm saying. I'm put that to bed right now, because I come to the point now that we can't do anything else about that. It's past now. Renaldo Cephas is not gonna be there. Shamar needs to score. And listen, guys, let's start grow up as well with the Michail Antonio. Guys, when they say Michail Antonio was coming, I said on the day of the interview, like you can look at my video where I said it. I said, let's see if Michail Antonio is gonna be here. The games are just not big enough, and it's like you have a $50 million horse. You have a $50 million horse. Yo, Qatar too. They have good horses in Qatar. May I tell the people, you want to have a couple of them stallion there, sell some thoroughbred. People. So basically, imagine you have a horse that runs, and it's a $50 million horse. A $50 million horse. But guess what? You found the horse with some people down in Peru who raised the horse for you and they trained it, but they have this spiritual connection to it where they say every year or so we have to bring back the horse to do the yearly Peruvian jump of the Aztecs and the Mayans, something where you have to, but you run this horse at a track where he's running races for 60 billion, right? And the people them in Peru said, we want the horse this weekend in Santa Maria. I don't know what that means, but so they just say some things down in, it's one of the pyramids, like, and and they need the horse. And you're like, guys, I know you believe in your gods and stuff, but this horse course costs 50 million and we bought him from you already. And we need him to run next week. We need him to be fit. So we have to keep him under the shed. We have to give them water, check them. This is what you do. This is how athletes are, like pro athletes. People have to understand that international football comes with the freedom of a player's choice and their availability as it's splitting time with their family, their team. And it's out of patriotism we ask players to be there. But there's a lot of players who are looking at future, looking at sustaining their position in the team, and they just can't run to international football all the time. You know what I mean? So we have to think about it a little bit that way. So Michail Antonio not coming, I'm not really, it's not a big deal, to be honest. There's other things I need to see before I'm worried about Michail Antonio thing. Yeah, man. There's other things I needed to see, bro, before I'm worried about Michail Antonio. I'm not worried about Michail Antonio not being there because Jamaica needs to find a striker regardless. 2026 comes around. How old is Michail Antonio? All right. We want Macy Greenwood, but people, we want Macy Greenwood, but that's time. Macy Greenwood deserves any amount of time he needs to take. That's one player who needs the time, and but I think at one point people would love for him to come out and say it, but I don't think it would be a smart move either, because his agent will look at this. How does it help his stock in the market? You see me? So we have to think about that. So Macy Greenwood can't just come out and say, I'm going to play for Jamaica, guys. A lot of fans, that's what I was telling people when I explained the whole Omari Hutchinson thing with agents, the Tyreek Magee thing with agents. Macy Greenwood can't just come and say, I'm going to play for Jamaica. Even though if he's not going to play for England, that mystery still lies there, whether or not he's going to be good enough to get back to peak performance to then make people in England have to have the discussion regardless, because it only takes one big analyst to bring this up on Sky Sports. Okay, he's playing lights out now. Now he's back at United one season. He's playing lights out. Should we call him for England? And some people are like, no, we're not calling him. We're not calling Mason. We're not calling him and all. No, we're not calling Mason. And then the next man come in, them Robbie Earl, them. I still think you should think about. Like, the kid is playing lights out. And then you see one man start talk about it, and the next man I say, yeah, but then he shouldn't be there, blah, blah, blah. But it's a discussion, and then that creates a lot of time for Jamaica. Instead, with the player has to know, even contemplate now, like, crap, if this opportunity comes, do I take it? So we have to be really honest with how like directions the thing can go. So that's why I tell people like, yo, bro, a lot of players we can call them out, but do we want them to? Can they come? Only thing we can do is continue to develop Whisper. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Apart from Greenwood, there shouldn't be any justification of or this man Craig Butler to do with what he did, scamming this. Are we talking about Craig Butler again? No, bro. We have passed that. This man come with the brother that come with the next kid. No, Starboy Juice Philly. I told you I finished the whole thing on what I said back in the video that that will end the whole Craig Butler thing and Richie Royal thing for me, where I just answer what conclusion I come to, like. You see me? I said, that's where it is. And I said, I have realized that we can't do nothing else. We can be little information termites and just try to pick away at it, peel away at it every day and try to do it and milk it. But then, I don't know about other people. I think everybody would get bored doing it. So I can't do it. That's why I said today we have to talk a little bit about the game today. Javain Brown won't be there. God damn. So when Dexter Lambisika is gonna start, right? Lembe is gonna start. Still, we need to see if Gray can play, because this is another thing with the coach. That this is for me. Well, the coach called back the kid again, Gray. The few minutes he came on in that one game, he looks decent. He looks much quicker than Javain Brown. He looks a bit more like he understanding. You see me I say? Bro, yeah, it's a mixture of everything, bro. But on a real thing, BOZA, people are saying he looked good in the PSG game. I didn't see it. So the only strikers we have is BOZA and who? Oh, so Romario. If Romario Williams, I have been watching Romario Williams at Colorado, this Colorado Switchbacks, and he's scoring a lot. But Romario Williams, we never get even the level that he played is at the USL level. Jamaica just doesn't get enough opportunities for you to even know how good Romario Williams is in front of goal. Because we're not a team that gets. We're not a team that gets a lot of goals. We're not a team that gets a lot of goals, man. We basically defend. Brown can stay, Heimir. For real, man. Brown can stay. Gray can play based on 15 minutes he got. Yeah, Tavon Gray, he looked good for me, bro. He looked decent. He looked pretty decent. Like, but we're still short players. So, who are the replacement people? Let me know in the comment section. Who are the replacements for these guys? Romario Williams versus Jamal Lowe. I'm going Jamal Lowe because of Jamal Lowe playing at a higher level, and he would have seen more professional situations. Because what I realize in football, like, situations are different in different leagues. Like in those like USL league, the situation is just like different, Yeah. The situation would be different. Yeah. Richie, what them say a guanya now? Where them say a guanya now? Cause me busy, Bro, it's done, man. It's dead. I think Jonathan Russell is in and Whisper. Oh, Jonathan Russell got a call up? Upbeat. All right, somebody, can you confirm that? And this is a CDM. He's a box to box, bro. Let me see who he reminds me of. I'm trying to look for a CDM that he reminds me of. I don't know. I think he does have a slight. Bro, this is gonna sound very crazy. He's not Conte, but he has little. Maybe he mirrors some of Conte's game. Of his. It's because the speed that he gets up the park, what he doesn't have is, I don't know how he is defensively. People, and I'm only going on the little that I've seen on the player. So don't take my word for it. Go look at him. Kira Anderson, he was there to play for. Listen, if a kid like that can come and figure out CONCACAF, because listen, none of the players actually that ever played for Jamaica is talentless players. CONCACAF is also a region that's very difficult to play in, and it's not that the level is so high that you cannot dominate. The physicality and just the raw competitive nature of teams to beat each other and the will to beat each other, it just become a tough region, and CONCACAF is always very unpredictable as well. Very unpredictable region. The region is really unpredictable. Mexico, USA. We should just also put the Paul Hall thing to bed right now as well. I will put the Paul Hall thing to bed until you know what I mean? If it's time to have it, me just give you the new memorandum for going forward, because me say me kick off them story. And I might just stumble upon the next thing that you will hear the discussion will be for a few more days. Yeah. Where is Roof? I heard it on mainstream media this morning with Oral Tracy. League One and Championship is similar in physicality. The variables we don't know yet is how much the pitches will affect his game. Baller kick TJ me here like them says Cephas out because JFF. Yeah man, old news man. Old news. Them news they trend already fast. Young Kings Entertainment need a natural CDM. Yeah, so Cephas is not there. So I'm like, listen, Cephas is the only bro, Cephas I keep saying like I'm late to the player. So I'm super excited to see him play, so I could see more of him. Because what I've seen already has been pretty good. Like it's rarely you see players like Cephas come out of Jamaica, and so I would say he was very composed in scoring that goal against Galatasaray. He was very composed, and I really was like, okay, because that's what I always look for. You see me I say? That's what I always look for in those players. Like Junior Fleming would do all of the right thing and get in front of a goal and fire it in our stands. Good players, half the time they're going to get it off properly, either in the goal or the keeper save it. It's going to be a 50-50. Junior Fleming them get it in a hooligan stands, gone. I'm telling you. Any coach doesn't believe in midfield, I'm not a fan of them. This Jamaican team will struggle later if we don't fix midfield. I like Cephas. He's fast and aggressive. Big up Sean Bass. Yeah, man, bro, that's what we rate about Cephas, bro. The man, bro, me late to the baller, bro. He remind me of Luton, Shelton, and even like the way how he gets past players. I'm sure he has a lot more. He seems more accurate than a Luton, Shelton in front of goal. He seems very prolific. No, I can't do anything about it. So we say now they called for Jonathan Russell and who was the next person? Somebody told me. Who didn't express it was. This is another local base player. So there's nobody from Cavaliers. Because Cavaliers is doing well in, I don't know, did Harborview go through? Cavaliers, I think that would have been the opportunity to find a player that's potentially playing a lot of football, even though he's in a local league. You see what I mean? That would have been an opportunity to basically find a player who is playing in the local league. Luton was a very clinical forward. Yeah, man, but, bro, I don't want people to misunderstand. Luton Shelton is a legend, and I would never talk bad about Luton Shelton as well. And he's a man who lost his life. We really appreciate his service. Like, I can't say anything bad about Luton Shelton. Them man, they give them heart for it worldwide. But I'm trying to say to you, why you don't have Luton Shelton get to the level of like a Ruud van Nistelrooy and those. He doesn't convert majority of his opportunities. There are players, Luton Shelton and those guys, they will create a lot of opportunities. But the difference with them is when you have like a Messi, Renaldo, a lot of those guys, the more the least amount of, if you give them 2 opportunities for on goal, they potentially highly potential that they're gonna score 1, or maybe 1 just score 2. The problem is now a lot of other players, they were very good below that, maybe score 1 out of 3 times, but that's the level between them and the next guy. The next guy is scoring like 2 out of 2, and you're scoring 1 out of 3 at your time. You see me I say? So their Monday is just way better. And that's why, because the speed where Luton Shelton have, it's unmatched. It doesn't matter what league. If Luton Shelton pop up on our TV for a Champions League game, quickly everybody's going to notice that he's one of the fastest players out there. When he gets it and start running with it. I always used to love how Teddy Johnson played too. Teddy Johnson did wassy. This is the football. That was that old style, like a Jamaican football. But we had midfielders. Like, I think Jermaine Hugh was a person that they politicized that whole situation, bro. We wait so long for Jermaine Hugh while he was playing at Harborview to come and play for Jamaica. I think even what happened, they gave him painkillers that made him tested positive for some kind of drug before the man was sick out of a game and go on them a place there. I don't know if a New Zealand or one place, bro. Him did figure. It's same take pain. I never hear anything else about Jeremy and Hugh from that time, bro. I don't know if they took him out. Like, somebody wanted that guy because they kept saying he was lazy, that he didn't want to tackle. He's a good distributor of the ball. He was luxury. But they saying he didn't want to tackle. You know what I mean? That's what they're saying. They're saying he didn't want to tackle. So I just say, all right, if that's how you see it, then he didn't want to tackle, man. But he was very good. Him and Dane Richards, I saw they had a brilliant link up. I think Tapa was the coach. Jeremy, and he would drop it out of the midfield on the right side. And they had another kid named Morrison. I think he was playing the box-to-box / the defensive mid. Very smooth, cool, calm. That kid, his playing style was ahead of his time. That kid Morris that was playing CDA, he was so calm, so cool, always moving. Bro, for real, before Ravel Morrison, it was that guy, Morris. But what Ravel Morrison and them bring you over Morris is what they gives you in front of goal. Morris just does that amazing thing there, bro. And Jamaica wasn't having a CDM problem under him. And I think where he was in the middle of the park. And I think Jermaine Hugh was playing the more attacking midfielder. Because I think Tapa was playing a 4-4-2. You see me? I think Dane Richards and somebody else was up front. I think Demari Phillips or whatever that name. He was there. But Jamaica wasn't, bro. Jamaica had a lot of the pieces that we're missing now. Those guys were almost like the last era of local based players where you can put a whole of them together and they're as competitive. Because those guys were quite competitive. He spent some time in the MLS too. John Russell should have been in the original squad, and humble opinion. Russell is in form of his life. Jerry Hugh was a 50-minute wonder. He will play in sports. Kina like Maggie. Okay. Bro, I don't know, man. I just saw him playing and he was playing very well. I can't just like say he doesn't play well the rest of the time when I don't see him play well. You know, I only see the guy play well. He's just a natural. We always have problems keeping these kind of guys in the team. Jeremy and Hugh, Ravel Morrison. Those people come like you get a toy that's broken. Like, you know, your mom brought home a great toy and it's nice, but you have to tape up the battery. The battery part, there's a drop out every minute, dog. Brother, it's just a drop out and you say, yo, I love a toy, mom, but it's just, the battery is just always dropping out. The speaker wire, man, I saw that back on. I saw Ravel and Jeremy knew them. Talented guys. So hard to keep them in the team. It's unbelievable, man. Bless up Owen. It's very hard to keep those guys in the team. Very, very hard to keep those guys in the team. So people, 2 more days before the game. So I'm thinking about the starting squad, the starting lineup in my head. Who is the defender that's there? Who's the defender we brought in from Mariappa? All right. So now, people, this is a game as well where I don't see Jamaica will never be short on centre backs. This is why the coach has to be so. This is why we ask the coach to pick the attacking players in a smart way. Because look, Kevin Lambert can play a centre back position for us. You know, I don't want to even know like why the coach. Well, I don't know. I would have experiment as well with Kevin Lambert. Not in this game. At some point, a Kevin Lambert and a Dishard Bernard and a Kevin Lambert and Ethan Pinnock. Because Kevin Lambert he's very safe with the ball. Well, and what is one of the things that we have problems with Damian Lowe is he's reckless with the ball and he's reckless on tackles. I think Damian Lowe just has that little bit more bite than a Kevin Lambert. He has that aggression that you need to turn on in CONCACAF sometimes to get results. That's the thing with Damian Lowe. We can't deny that. Damian Lowe has that little thing that where in some games you show you and say, yo, we can play with them boy. Where some of our other players, them look a bit, flimsy out there, like they can't get the result. Grim been playing 4-4-2 since 2013 with Iceland and never changed. JT, what does Lambert have over Russell? They're not the same player. The only thing they have in common is height. They're not the same player. Russell passes the football way better. Bro. But Lambert tackles way better than Russell. Russell is not the best, the greatest tackler, bro. Russell doesn't like to tackle. Russell doesn't like to tackle, bro. So I would go with Betsy when eventually call West Harding. Him go drop Lambekis. Seeker or Kisa. No, bro. Listen, Javain Brown. Listen, now is the time where somebody needs to come challenge Javain Brown for this. Because no, you see, if Lambekis and Javain and Tavon Gray, the problem is who's our next left back? We don't have another left back. Lambekisa does play left back as well. That's where Lambikisa has to be in the team. I think Greg Lee starts on the left. He's been playing well. I think he surely gets the start now. And I think Greg Lee might now start giving Amari Bell more running time for that back left back position. Because you know what the coach is gonna see? If I can teach Greg Lee to give me the competence of Amari Bell on the defensive side and allow him to be Greg Lee going forward, he just adds another potency. I'm really excited to see Greg Lee and Demarai Gray down the left, because if that combination works, that's another punch being added. Because Amari Bell gave us nothing in the Gold Cup. I'm talking about going. He did score a goal. Man, as I respect Bossy, they didn't. Amari Bell wasn't potent enough in the attacking language for Jamaica. He was very safe, got it done defensively. But with a Greg Lee, it would have added just a little more punch to that. We were missing that punch, bro. We were missing that punch. We were missing that punch. And it was Greg Lee, bro. But the coach gave everybody their opportunity. He gave everybody their opportunity to be a part of the team. You know, and Greg Lee is in an attacking left back more than Bell. Yeah, man. So this is because the coach has been having a hard time basically substituting people. So we actually need to show that all of the other people them can play. You see what I say? We need him to see everybody else can play, bro. Because if him don't think everybody else can play, him not going to sub anybody. Because we need to have competent substitutes. You see what I say? That's what we need to have. Competent substitutes. So Jamaica versus Grenada. I'm looking at the Grenada squad. It's in the community tab. JT, part of the problem is that all the Intel windows are competition. No, I think you said not enough time to experiment. Greg Lee scored 3 goals in the last 2 games. Yeah, he's catching, he's heating up. And with Shamar not scoring, we need players out there who can score goals. People, hit the like button on the video, man. Bless up on yourself, people. Hit the like button on the video. I think I just reeled off one of my best flowing moments where, like, in this podcast, where it was just like, it was a smooth relief night, like, breaking down the game. Bigging up to everybody who's in the comment section. I think Jerome them, Eagle Republic, J. Ross them. Know yourself. Ian Campbell. Detonation, you did forward. Young Kings Entertainment. All these people. Great people in their own right out there living a life and kicking it on. It's almost game day. Ball a kick. Jason Goon on them. I max it pass through. Marcus Tagavi pass through. Stream Elements. There in that place. Yeah, man. Everybody is here, man. Blessings, people. Yeah, so the right back, and I think this youth shows that his recovery speed. Tavia, searching out the matter, my G. Bless up yourself. Yo, none of my system is not working today, so I'm just telling you, people, I would have loved to have you guys join, because I always welcome and feel grateful having you guys on the show. But I have the software that I was running on my setup, because I don't have a roadcaster. People, let's that's where I would want a donation, people. And it's not a donation. This is where we need to get the channel to get me a roadcaster, people. If we can get a roadcaster, so we can take phone calls on the channel, because I think we can really turn it up. Cause remember, people, I invented phone calls in this category and I don't have one. It's because I'm running football. I'm running to a UAD Apollo Twin sound card, which is some of the best sound cards, but this is for music, tracking vocals, It has amplifiers and stuff in it. So everything else I was doing, my everything else was running through software. So I didn't have to get the roadcaster, and I could just use Discord so people could be. But a lot of people say, JT, you need to get phone, bro. Yeah, I just can't afford a mixer right now, people. But I'm gonna try to see. They're a little bit expensive, man. If we can just get a roadcaster or something. But it will come. It will come. So me have this set up and have the roadcaster set up where we can, jump. Because that's why I don't go live as much as well too. Because I love when people hear voices. I don't like when it's just about me. Because I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, I can't just be the only one. Like, so people, because it's exciting to talk to people about their opinions when it comes on to football. Even last night, I called Demo up. And we were talking about something else with one of my brethren. Creation and how certain things were created. And what race of people is responsible for technology, entertainment, sports, culture, which, and he was saying that certain races don't contribute anything as far as creating is concerned. So I'm going to call Demo to hear Demo perspective. Lincoln Express. It was a great discussion. So can't miss, No man, you me say detonation in a place, brother. Hurted. Big up yourself, bro. There's people in the comment section, J-Rus them and me see them name there. Me say we come and me meet them people they already in a real life. Terrated. Jason Guna and we never met yet. The YouTube thing, bro, it come like you meet some of them people. It's because we meet virtually and you don't even know a person's face look. That just tell you the energy of people, bro. Just by a person at home typing on a keyboard, him create his own persona behind that keyboard. And you can kind of get a gist of what a person probably is like. You can't really, it's not 100%, but at the end of the day, our fingertips is our identity is at the end of our fingertips, So we hear typing and we are translating things to express ourselves, and sometimes people might not get the full grasp or the idea of what we are. Alex, big up yourself. What going, bro? Alex, big up to Alex, man. Congratulations, people. Alex is now, I think he's, I don't know, Alex. Can I say what you do for work? Because you're out there representing Jamaica, worldwide, I don't know. Let me know, Alex. All right. Wouldn't want to say Alex. So, I don't want them people to show up on my job, So that's basically it, people. We still need strikers. I don't see anybody popping up out of England. And I think we probably go for another 30 minutes or so, or earlier than that. Because I saw on KFC, brother. No, tell them then, all right, good. I have some KFC people. What time is it? 8:45. I will make some music after this, people. Come not lie. More think me fool same way. Okay, no, you're not so fool again. All right, good. It's good to know that you have improved your foolishness, Alex. Big up yourself. It's good to know you improve your foolishness. That's good, bro. We're all about progression. So basically, there's not much to touch on other than big up yourself, El Janeiro, than the game playing. So Jamaica, Haiti. I don't even want to start talking about this Haiti game yet, because the Grenada game should almost be a practice game / the Grenada game should be a practice game / preparation game, dress rehearsal game for Haiti. The Grenada game should be a press rehearsal, and Haiti's gonna be a stronger team, so I don't even want to go there, people. Haiti's gonna be a stronger team. Haiti is gonna be a real strong team. We're expected to beat Haiti, but are we that great? Are we that great, bro? Are we that great? Because we expected to beat Haiti, but we're. What happened to Kemar Roof? JT, we got your levels. Huh? Me no know. Patrick Bernard, what do you mean? Levels. Oh well. Haiti, they are ranked higher than us, but Jamaica always have that psychological advantage over Haiti. Like we like a brother them. So me I read the comment them people. Them a run pan a thing pan the screen here so. Some more time me I feel go so. Me I feel move. Move away. Yeah man. Haiti is that little brother for Jamaica. But bro, no, bro, look the way we're playing right now, the Copa America look like the World Cup, brother. We come like we have to start look on Copa America can say, can we reach the Copa America like the World Cup? Because I think a lot of people expect Jamaica to just make it. Bro, we expect Jamaica to, bro, we need to even think about be beating Grenada, then try to beat Haiti. What happens when we need to play a Mexico, a United States, a Canada? That's why I may have say, I understand the coach need time, but the actual time that he needs is not the time he can get. If we never approach this, you see me I say, the coach need to know, say, bro, 5 years ago, 5 years was like 5 years long. Fast forward to now, 5 years ago is 7 months here in this modern age with technology and how the world is going. 5 years ago, 5 years. 5 years now is 7 months. So this coach has a year. It's just like there's not enough time, bro, for they give a coach 3 years before we start competing against Mexico. We were competing against Mexico without the coach. They were beating us sometimes, most of the times. We get one off on them. So when you bring in a top coach, what you need for them is to come up with a way to beat those teams as quickly as possible. And if we can beat Mexico and Canada and those teams frequently, then the smaller teams are just beatable. You see me, people? Let me open my window, people. Hold on. I gotta open my window. Open the window, people. Yeah, man. So we have start beating Panama. Yeah, bro. We have to beat Panama, bro. Yeah, we have to beat Panama, bro. We need to beat Panama, brother. But Panama is ahead of us with cohesion and knowing who their squad is and everything, bro. Panama is just ahead. Bro, if we get to where Panama is right now, I feel good, bro. If we can get to where Panama is right now, I'm feeling okay. Because we're not as good as Panama yet. No, bro, we're not as good as Panama, bro. Panama is way ahead of us. Panama got taught a lesson in the Gold Cup, but they showed that they have improved even further than where we thought they were. Accreditation. So what is this now? Okay, so Grenada Football Association. Email compete. What the hell? So Grenada Football Association increase media accreditation application. So they're sending this out to Simon, people. This is a media accreditation. Important information include the following: passport size colored photo in JPEG format, letter of authorization from your editor or producer on your organization's stationery. Your application will not be processed without these. Email completed forms to Media Grenada FA GD. Okay, whoa. Replacement of accreditation for any reason will incur a $50 cost. Bro, you need media accreditation to get in the. Is it in the press conference? For the Jamaican media who plan on coming to Grenada, they must sign and fill out this form and submit it to Ria Mori, the Grenada Football Association. So these are people. This is not for press conferences. These are people who wants to go to Grenada to go cause problem down there. People, me go run left for you know. Bless them on myself here. Me have some moves to make. Peace and love. Tomorrow we'll be back. The game will start. We're gonna talk about something new tomorrow. We're gonna start upgrading the thing again. So no worry yourself, people. But just gonna breeze off now. I gotta work on some music for somebody, and then me have to put in an hour what I studying and bed. You see me I say? So here I'll be back again, people. Next time, sooner.